Hey guys, and welcome to another video by the Entropy system. I'm Daniel. So as a lot of you guys have picked up, I am a pretty big anime fan, and with the winter 2018 anime season just coming to a close, I thought I would take this time before spring season starts rolling in just to kind of let you guys know what my thoughts were on the animes that I watched or decidedly didn't watch this anime season. Full disclosure, the time spent watching anime actually firsthand in the body is usually by Win, because she's watching it with her husband. So when I say I watched or I didn't watch, I could mean like literally I as Daniel, or I could mean I meaning Win, but pronouns are confusing when you are both 10 people and one person at the same time, so I'm not going to differentiate. And I was watching secondhand, so these are all still my opinions. First one up, A Place Further Than the Universe. This anime is about a young girl who wants to travel to Antarctica to follow in her mother's footsteps. Her mother, of course, being the author of a book called A Place Further Than the Universe that details her time in Antarctica doing study and whatnot. The story is told through the eyes of this girl's new friend and tells the tale of this unlikely group of friends tackling a dream that is larger than life and succeeding at it. I thought this anime was phenomenal. It was a very original take on the high school girl tries to achieve her dreams and meets new friends along the way. They took this pretty staple plot in anime and turned it into something completely unique. Like, I have never seen an anime like this before. There were 4 girls, none of them fell into any kind of trope. They felt so real and so authentic. Like, it was practically like listening to someone tell me their actual adventure. It was really inspiring to see these girls not only take on this very big dream, but also work through their own individual struggles as well. And Win was literally crying by the last episode. Following the trend of girls doing things outdoors, we have Laid Back Camp. Laid Back Camp is about girls who like to go camping. It is a lot sillier and a lot more lighthearted than A Place Further Than the Universe, and it doesn't try to be anything that it's not. It's just a really charming, fun romp on this girl's journey to learning more about camping and camping rules and camping gear and stuff like that. One sort of unique element that I thought was kind of cool was that the show will actually take time to teach you the things that this girl is learning, like how to set up a tent, pros and cons of different sleeping bags, stuff like that. This show was actually the reason that Win brought a wood-burning stove on our trip to Nevada rather than a gas stove like her much more practical classmates.
What'd you do?
I made a fire! But, you know, she had fun, so what are you gonna do? Cardcaptor Sakura. Cardcaptor Sakura. We're fans. Win got into the Cardcaptor game a lot later than most people, meaning she only got into it like 2 years ago maybe, and she binged watched the whole 2 seasons and the 2 movies and loved it. And honestly, I was kind of won over too, which was why this season of Cardcaptor Sakura was so devastatingly disappointing. I had a lot of high hopes going into this, and what I ended up finding was that someone said, here's the cake that you loved before, but only handed me the frosting. The original 2 seasons of Cardcaptor Sakura were layered. It masqueraded as a kids show, but tackled really deep concepts like the loss of a family member or living in a one-parent house, unrequited love, finding inner strength, but also learning when it's appropriate to depend on your friends and the people who love you. The cards weren't just cards. Each one provided a chance for Sakura to learn more about herself as a person. This new addition to the franchise lost all of that. It was just, oh, there's a card, psh, got it. Oh, there's a card, psh, got it. Oh, there's a card, and look, it happens to be under the perfect tree for our picnic. Even the big mystery of why are the cards clear really wasn't that enthralling. In the first season and second season, when Sakura had her prophetic dreams, I desperately wanted to know what was happening, and the payoff at the end was absolutely worth an entire season of suspense. So I held on, really hoping maybe the big clear card mystery would have more depth to it, be more engaging than the individual episodes were. But when our first big clue about our secret cleared car mystery man was, oh my god, he's the same height as Sakura, that episode just blew it for me. There was no engagement, there was no So I stopped watching, and I'm sure that makes a lot of people upset, but I would rather hold on to my good memories of Cardcaptor Sakura rather than struggle through a subpar season for nostalgia's sake. Hakume and Mikochi. This season of anime had an abundance of cute, and most of them were pretty good shows, but this is the last cute one, I promise. Hakume and Mikochi is just relaxing. It's about two little, like, 1-inch women. I think they're wives. The show is weirdly vague about going back and forth on if they're a couple or not. I don't know. But really watching it is just peaceful. The art style is very, very reminiscent of old storybooks, and just kind of the feeling of the storytelling in general reminds me a lot of the original Peter Rabbit stories. So if you're stressed out and just looking for a way to chill, check out Hakume and Mikochi. Alright, let's move on to something more fast-paced. Maybe too fast-paced. Pop Team Epic. This definitely was a show. I am as much a fan of absurdist humor as the next guy, but this one was just a little too far out for me. And as if the show wasn't bafflingly bizarre enough on its own, the first episode was actually one 15-minute episode stacked back to back with no explanation for the repetition. It just decided to do that? It was too weird. It was too weird. It was too out there. I'll stick to Nichijou. Thanks. Kokoku. This anime. Kokoku wastes absolutely no time getting into the action. In the first episode, you start thinking, oh, look at that sad, pathetic family. Oh, wait, sad, pathetic family members are getting kidnapped. Oh my god, Grandpa can stop time. Oh no, the kidnappers can stop time too. How did they stop at the exact same moment? What's going on? What the hell is that thing? And so you just are tossed into this world of questions and action, and it's non-stop. And so early on in the game, I was thinking, are they going to be able to keep this pace up and keep it feeling fresh and exciting the whole way? The answer is yes. Absolutely yes. In fact, this could have been my favorite anime of the season if it wasn't for Devilman Crybaby. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Technically, this isn't part of seasonal anime because it's a Netflix exclusive. It all came out at once, but it released about the same time as the season got started, so I'm counting it anyway. Oh my god, this anime is so good. Devilman Crybaby is about a man who is unwittingly possessed by a demon because of something his friend did to him, but because our main character is so empathetic and his humanity runs so deep, he doesn't lose himself to the demon and instead becomes this human-demon hybrid called Devilman and goes, to try to save the day and do good in this crazy, messed up world. The sex and violence is really gratuitous and is only accentuated by the artistic and sort of bizarre animation style of this show. But unlike most animes that kind of go over the top like this, it's not without purpose, and it really rings true with the theme and the style of the show. Every sick, disturbing image that they throw at you has a purpose, and it all builds to this climax which will either make you love the show like it did for me, or make you hate the show and regret ever watching it like it did for Win's husband. It's a very dark tale and explores sort of the worst side of humanity as it follows a worst case scenario of what happens when we let hate of what is different control us. It's the challenging themes and awesome art style that make Devilman Crybaby win this season's award for Best Anime from Daniel by a landslide. I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on this seasonal anime. Let me know what you think. Did you like these shows? Did you not like these shows? Was there a show I left out? Please don't talk about Citrus. I will hopefully try to do an early season review after like maybe 3 weeks into the next season, because I think that would be really cool to like jump in the game with the other anime reviewers and be like, hey, early on, this is my thoughts. What should you watch? Ask Daniel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.